Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry that it's been another week without a video. We ran into a cold snap here in New Brunswick. We've had temperatures of like minus 30 degrees Celsius, so I'm not going out to the garage. Hell with that. We will wait until it gets warmer. So anyways, yesterday we had a nice day, so I was out in the garage, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the paint. You can hear that. So I'm trying to get the paint in good shape so we can start wrapping. So as you can see, the roof, that's actually all been wet sanded. So I haven't done this door yet. I've done this door. The door that I got back from the body shop, as you can tell, I wasn't too picky on the paint because it's going to be wrapped anyhow. The only thing that I was worried about was the white primer underneath. I was worried that that might show through, so that's why I went with a blue. And unfortunately, I couldn't match this short of going to the dealership. So it's a little different. So a little two-tone here going. So I've already done this fender. It turned out all right. I'm gonna have to keep touching on it because I had a little bit of paint runs down in here when I was painting it. But anyways, so today we are doing wet sanding and buffing. So I've got a door done and the roof done, like I told you, and I'm going to show you how to buff that. But this fender is where we're gonna do our wet sanding. So I'm going to set you guys up so that way you guys can see what I'm doing for wet sanding. I'm using 3 different styles of sandpaper. I'm using 800 grit, 1000 grit, and 2000 grit. So that way hopefully I can get a nice smooth finish. So far it's been working awesome. So I'm going to set you guys up, get you guys so that way you can see the whole cleaning and wet sanding process, and then I'll buff the door while the other fender dries. So anyways, here we're going to set you up. So what I'm doing, it hasn't been outside to get washed or cleaned lately, so I'm just wiping everything down, making sure I'm not rubbing dirt and shit all across the paint anyhow. And this whole process, so I'm starting off with 800 grit. I did a bunch of wheels for an old 300 ZX here, be a couple of years ago now. It was a 1984 anniversary 300 ZX. I'll post a picture now. And I did the wheels because they were terrible. I wet sanded them down and refinished them myself. Now, those wheels, they were a nightmare. And it took me almost 40 hours to redo the wheels. But I think they came out pretty great. I like wiping off the sand gunk in between stages, just to make sure everything's going all right. So I can still feel a little bit of grit on it, so we're not quite done. Still with the 800 grit. It doesn't take too long to do it, because essentially it's similar to clay barring. So I'm trying to remove the overspray from when it was at the body shop, and I'm trying to give myself a good finish so we don't have digs or bubbles or bumps or anything under the wrap when we go to wrap it. So once I'm done, once I have all the go through all 3 steps, then I also do the clay bar prior to buffing. So we're up to 1,000 grit now. Can already feel that sandpaper is running across pretty nice. So we're getting there. It comes pretty quick. So you don't want to sand too much, because you are like, now that's smooth. You don't want to sand too much, because you don't want to sand the whole clear off the car, because then you're going to run into other issues. So let's see. We're going to do the 2,000. That should give us a good enough finish for the buffer. Make it really nice. Now with 2,000 grit sandpaper, it is super fine, but I find it sticks to the fender or the paint the most out of the bunch. Maybe not right now because it's really saturated in water, but alright, so we'll give that a second just to see how it turned out. Yeah, I don't feel any grit at all in that. I actually turned out, well, we'll find it when we go to buff it how it turned out. So I'm doing that to the whole car. I'm doing that front bumper. Still have to do this door, that fender, the bumper, driver side door, and front fender. So I'm just kind of picking away at it, but it's coming along. It looks good once it's buffed. I'm gonna dig, like, see right there, I sanded off a little bit too much clear. Shoot. Anyways, I can still fix that. And I gotta fix this little chip in the door. But anyways, I'm gonna run the buffer over there now, so that way you guys can see how it turns out with the buffer. It does turn out great. Now, you don't want to do this all the time. Like I said, you are eating away at the clear coat of the car while you're doing that. So anyways, I've got myself a Roopies buffer. So what I'm using a Meguiar's compound. I'll get you guys over there first before I really sit down and explain this. Alright, so I got Roopies buffer. This is the 15 Bigfoot. It's great, super easy to use. It doesn't just go in circles; it also goes in a pattern, so it's really hard to burn up your clear. But yeah, so I'm using a heavy polishing pad right now, and I'm using Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. So it's not bad at all. It gives pretty good results. Now obviously this isn't going to be perfect because I'm just looking for a smooth finish. So it if you look closely, you can still see scratches and all that throughout the paint. But it does a hell of a lot better job than just leaving it that way. So I'll plug this light in for you guys. Okay.
Power on. The device is connected.
So you can see where I just sanded this one down, how it's very, very faded. You can see where the bottom of the door is, where I didn't buff. It's very, very faded. You can see where I've buffed. Now that still has compound on it, so we'll grab a clean rag out of my bucket here. And just buff that off. Okay, so you can now see where I've buffed it, where it's still wet sanded. You can see my scratch pretty clear. If you take a look in the light, it is fairly clear. If you get really close to it, like I was saying, that pad is for heavy polishing. It's for removing big scratches and deep scratches. It would be a white pad and for fine, so we could still get these out if we want to go more, but I don't feel the need to. You can see, like, if I was to rub this on it, nothing happens. If I was to take a little bit of spray and rub it, nothing would happen to that. It would still stay faded. It would still stay not great looking. You can see where I nicked it with the buffer a little bit, but overall, it looks pretty good. It gives a super nice finish. So I'm still gonna clay this prior to Mike installing the wrap. But that's kind of what I've been up to, and that's what I'm gonna be up to for the next couple of days. So the neon is coming along. Like I said, we had a really bad cold snap here, and I wasn't going up to the garage. So we're supposed to have great weather over the next few days. We're supposed to be actually fairly warm, and I'm going to take full advantage of it and be out in the garage just about every chance I can. So I'll give you guys an update once the whole car is done, but that's essentially wet sanding and buffing. Super easy to do, and if you have patience. But anyways, guys, this I wouldn't wet sand your guys' car when we go to put the Avalon King on it. I would be doing, it'd be hand wash. We'd be buffing it. We'd be doing everything to full decontamination prior to buffing. We'd be doing, it's a lot of work to get a vehicle ready for ceramic coating. So I haven't forgot. We're stuck at 167 subscribers. It's been a couple of days, which makes sense as I haven't been putting a video. Haven't put out a video. But guys, thanks. Hopefully this will help you for any of your buffing needs or wrap preparation. Give me a shout in the comments, and let me know if there's something that you guys would do different, or yeah, just give me a shout. Thanks again, guys, for subscribing. Thanks a lot for liking. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Sorry, guys, quick little ad. I did get a little energetic and wanted to buff that fender. So you can see where this is after buffing. And I left a little strip there to show you guys that I hadn't buffed the whole thing. It makes a huge difference. So, anyways, thanks again, guys. See you on the next one.